Welcome to Dreadborne Tales. Dare to listen if you can handle the dread.
This happened to me a year ago. Our final exams were approaching fast, and I still had a lot of preparation left to do. Normally, our school library closed at 5 p.m., but because of exams, they extended the hours until midnight. My house wasn't far from the school, so I preferred studying in the quiet library rather than at home. That night, I left my house at 6 and settled into my usual spot. Hours passed in silence, the only sounds being the soft rustling of pages and the occasional sigh of a weary student. Then, I glanced at the clock. 10 p.m. I had never stayed that late before. Usually, by 8 p.m., I'd be heading home, and even then, there were always a few students around. But now, the library was eerily silent. I told myself I'd finish up in 10 more minutes, just a little more, then I'd leave. That's when I heard it. A soft, dragging limp. At first, I thought it was my imagination. The sound echoed through the empty aisles, coming closer, slow, deliberate. Something about it felt wrong. My hands trembled as I hastily packed my books. I didn't want to look. I couldn't look. I grabbed my bag and rushed out of the library. Outside, a long, dimly lit corridor stretched ahead of me. At the end of that corridor, a right turn led to the school's exit. I walked fast, too fast. Then, I saw her. A woman stood at the end of the corridor. I stopped in my tracks. My breath caught in my throat. She didn't move. She didn't breathe. Something inside me whispered, "Turn around, run, don't go near her." But I had no other way out. Swallowing my fear, I called out, "Who's there?" In the blink of an eye, she was gone. A cold wave of terror washed over me. I bolted for the exit. The night air felt heavier than usual. The street outside, normally busy even at night, was completely empty. No cars, no people, just silence. I kept my head down as I walked. But then, a shadow, a long, twisted shadow stretched out before me. My heart pounded. There was no one around me, so whose shadow was this? I slowly lifted my head. There she was. The woman was right in front of me. She moved strangely. Her limbs twisted at unnatural angles. Her clothes, ragged and dirty. She limped forward so slowly that I caught up to her without meaning to. I could see her clearly now. Her hands, her feet, they were all deformed. Her messy hair partially covered her face. But even without seeing her eyes, I felt an overwhelming dread. I stopped. My entire body screamed at me, "Don't go near her." Then, she spoke. "Have you seen my daughter?" I couldn't move, I couldn't breathe. I just wanted her to go away. With a trembling hand, I pointed far, far into the darkness. "Oh, over there," I whispered. For a moment, she stood still. Then, she turned. She limped away in the direction I had pointed. I watched her disappear into the shadows. I wanted to run. I needed to run. But my legs refused to move. Then, from somewhere far away, she's here. I remember nothing after that. When I woke up, I was in my neighbor's house. He told me he had found me unconscious on the street and brought me home. Later, I learned the truth. In 1998, a woman named Agatha had a 10-year-old daughter who attended Eden Hill School. One day, the girl was playing with her friends when she had a tragic accident. She didn't survive. Agatha couldn't bear the loss. Overcome with grief, she disappeared. Some say she never truly left. Since then, Agatha's ghost has been seen wandering around Eden Hill School and the nearby streets, searching for her lost daughter. She's still out there, waiting.
Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed this story. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more spine-chilling tales. I'll see you again with another creepy story. Until then, stay safe.